A Life Saved and Engagement in Oxford, August 10th to 12th, 2019. Hi Mum, I eagerly said as my better half and I walked into my mum's room, located in the Oxford Heart Centre at the John Radcliffe Hospital in Oxford. Before the operation to repair a faulty heart valve, I had been worried, slept badly, and my weight skyrocketing in the weeks leading up to my mum's operation. It was 3 p.m. and it had already been a long day. Up at 3 a.m. and sleep deprived, a boat crossing from the Isle of Wight in wet and windy weather, and then a coach trip. We had done some sleepy sightseeing in Oxford, then before stumbling around to find our bus, heading out from the city centre to the hospital. My mum, glad to see us, was recovering from a successful operation, sat in a sturdy chair next to her bed. Relieved to take our weighty bulging backpacks off, we settled ourselves and chatted. Later my dad arrived, and I was cheered to see my parents, within a stone's throw of 50 years of marriage, together, and an unease that had been shadowing the family for months, finally not present. The next morning we rose early. A cool Sunday morning in August, coats and backpacks on, we strolled along quiet roads to a bus stop. I love cities on a Sunday morning, and Oxford is no exception. The hordes of tourists present in the previous day, yet to flow and clog the ancient city pathways. We embarked on our own sightseeing tour, marvelling at the compact historic grandeur that surrounded us. We're not a young couple, but still curious about our surroundings, enjoying the sights such as the Bridge of Sighs. We strolled into the square that holds the Radcliffe Camera, an old library that doesn't fail to impress, especially a lover of books and history such as I. We're alone, except for a man strolling nearby who's tanned, with short dark hair receding, a goatee and wearing a Where's Wally style t-shirt, navy tracksuit bottoms and white trainers. It seems he fails to take adequate breaths, instead speaking at speed, possibly in Italian, into a phone as he places his coffee cup down and stands next to the wall, almost opposite the library entrance. His right arm is bent and supporting his raised left elbow with the phone in his left hand, which I take as a bad sign that he has surely decided upon the location for a lengthy chat. My beautiful girlfriend, with her brunette hair curling at the edges, was wearing a rose-coloured coat over a subtly striped light shirt, accompanied by jeans and walking shoes ideal for the unusually cold August weather. Oblivious to my plans that morning, walking by my side, she was joining our stroll around historic Oxford. Regardless of the Italian Where's Wally's presence, at the entrance to the library I took my girlfriend's hand and said, "I am weathered, and I struggle. I am kind and compassionate. Life with me is never dull. I offer love, support and possibilities." Then kneeling down, I look up and said, "Cutie, will you marry me?" She responds, "Yes, of course I will." I rise and we kiss. From the moment I started to say the words, I didn't hear or see anything other than my now fiancé. Then after proposing, I slowly become aware of my surroundings. I look over at Wally, who is now squinting for some unknown reason. Doesn't appear to have moved, and I suspect hasn't missed a beat of his verbal discharge. The next morning we took gifts and a card for the staff in my mum's ward. We find Mum lying in bed, tired and glum, from a poor night's sleep. Mum, joyful at hearing the news, is the first we tell, and she asks us both to kiss her. Later we all took a lap of the ward. A new era for the family is about to begin.